Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here. Podcast Pete is what I've been for the last couple of years. And what we do is help you have the best life and business ever. Growing by 10x and scaling your business puts yourself in a mindset that creates a trajectory that you dream about, want, and sometimes don't know how. So we're going to cover this in this 10 minutes. Stay with me because I got a gift for you at the end. So create your mindset for 2025 with Growth Day, personal development. A lot of people call it the Netflix of personal development. It's by my mentor, Brendan Bouchard, who, if you haven't heard of him, then you really haven't been in personal development, and it's somebody you need to know. So Growth Day is a community of 500,000 people and growing. They have a New Year's Day, what do you call it, summit or make your goals for 2025. He's been doing it for 16 years. He's been coaching for 20. He's the number one coach in the world. You want to hire him? You better have $1 million because that's what it's going to take. But what I'm going to share with you is just a little bit shy of that, like a little over $1 a day. Okay, let's get going. Personal development. Why is it so important to have personal development in your life? Why is it important to be part of a growth striving community? Well, why would you need to work on this? It all gets down to your mindset, your beliefs. If you aren't feeding it, like if you didn't eat good food, you wouldn't be healthy. If you ate junk food every day, there would be a time that those choices would have consequences. And for a lot of us, that's what happens. We eat junk food too much, and then it comes back to bite us in the rear end. You don't feed your mind with good personal development, it comes back to bite you in the rear. Every single day, you have to be getting better if you want to grow and have the best possibility to 10x and scale your business and your life. And you can do it for just working on yourself each day. Brendan, let me see if I can bring it up. Brendan, what he does every single day, he gives us a framework, a personal framework. Nope, that's not it. Let me see if I can get to it. Yeah, maybe. No, I can't. Okay, that's our page. But let me just go. Let me do it one more time here. That way I hit the wrong button. Okay, present. Okay, thank you for working with me. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let me get to this page. Okay, there we go. Okay, now you're looking at the homepage of Growth Day. See New York New Year Activation 2025. That's what's going on today at 1 o'clock. So if you're listening to this, there's still time. You have to go to trial. You can try it for 7 days and no obligation, but you're going to want it. Then it's $49 a month after that. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah, right here. Right here. You want to try and get on this New Year's activation? This is a guy who works with the top A-listers, billionaires, celebrities, Olympic athletes, and he can work with you each day, can help you with your framing of this, the mind, help you get better. I've been involved since I found out about it 10 months ago. Haven't missed one daily fire. He talks to you personally because he can through this community. He goes away at midnight. So that framing, I put it in my planner. I listen to it. I journal it. I put every step because success leaves clues. You work on your mind from the best, then you're going to see outcomes like you've never believed in your life. So, one tip, work on this. Next, inside of this growth day is goals. You got to have goals. I mean, if you don't have deadlines, you don't have goals. They're dreams that are just wishes. Goals have to be put in writing. You got to look at them. You got to know where you're going because your choices have consequences. You don't have them, you're going to just breeze through life. And then all of a sudden, you're going to get to the end and you're going to say, was my life worth living? It's happened to me when I had a stroke. I came to the realization is I want to make a bigger impact on the world. I don't take for granted every day. I go at every day like it's my last because one day I'm going to be right. And if you don't live your life to the fullest, you'll get to a point where you'll regret not putting everything in. We only have one life to live. I just lost a friend. I was text this morning real early. She died in her sleep. When you don't know if tomorrow is going to be your last. Anything can happen. So live your life to your fullest. Make the biggest impact you can. Serve, grow, set those goals. Growth day, oh my gosh, what is it, a dinner a month to feed this? Feed your mind, you'll feed your growth, you'll feed your outcome, and you will get what you want. Because if you set those goals, you set the deadlines. We do 5 goals, 5 moves. Thank you, Patrick, David. If you haven't listened to Valuetainment and you don't know that individual, do. Check him out. He delivers massive value. So when it comes to goals, 5 moves, keep it simple. You'll notice 3 tips: mindset, goals, and the last one is habits. And habits create outcomes. You have good habits, and we're going to talk about how there's other videos out there, but atomic habits is the process of stacking. Let me give you an example. I lived at Overture for almost 2 years. I was at the gym every day at 5 a.m. Now, there's going to be sometimes your willpower will not even come close to getting you to do that. But if you stack all your habits on top of each other, so here was my routine. All right, I got up at between 2:30 and 3. Now, why did I get up that early? Besides being a little crazy, is I have a team that's 13 hours ahead of me. So I had to prepare things for them. So I would wake up, drink my water, get up, get my journal out, start planning, through Slack, give my, what I felt was we were going to get done that day. Then 13 hours is towards the ends of their day. They would work on it. Next day it's done. So that was a routine. I knew that I had to engage with my team. I knew I had to talk with my team. So when a lot of people, you wake up, oh, I don't want to get up. I knew I did. Because not only did I do that, I would journal, think, and I would meditate, and I would pray, and I would read, and I would plan my day. And that day, part of my day was so precious, I would not miss it. I have 2 exceptions, and you might have heard this on another video. I was walking with my trash because they were forcing us to do concierge trash, and I said, I don't need that. I can do it myself. I have the trash bag over my shoulder, act like Santa Claus. Walking down the hall, I caught my foot. Having had a stroke, I have to clear that left foot all the time. Well, I didn't clear it that time. and I lunged forward trying to catch my balance. I flew through the air, so I was Superman for about 3 seconds. But when Superman hits concrete, ooh, concrete wins every time. I didn't face plant, or I probably wouldn't have teeth today. I rib planted, knocked the breath out of me. Three people came out of the room because it was such a big bang. I'm gasping for air, just in pain, not in pain, but trying to get my air. And EMTs come, they get me up, get back to my room. I call my friend. I said, man, this is what happened. He said, I got good news and bad news. Good news is you're alive. Bad news is you're going to feel like you want to be dead because it's bad. No, he didn't say that. No, he said something like, the good news is you're alive. The bad news is the pain is going to be bad. You can't do anything about it. You want to breathe because you want to stay alive. And should you sneeze, you're going to see pain like you've never seen. And he was right. For 3 weeks, I sat in a chair. And that's how I had to sleep. I couldn't lay down. Couldn't, because the pressure on the ribs. And he said, in 3 weeks, you'll be fine. Well, 3 weeks couldn't have come soon enough. It was pain. It was just every move you would make, every breath. And when the Tylenol would wear off, oh my gosh, the pain would hit. And when I would sneeze, whew, you talk about pain, it would be. So, but at 3 weeks, it's like clicked off. So that was the only time I missed. One other time I overslept. I slept till 6 o'clock instead of 3:30. I have Rotary on Thursday, so I didn't have time to shower, work out, and all that. So I just missed that one day. But every single day I was down there because I stacked habits on top of habits on top of habits on top of habits on top of habits. It was the joy of my day because it really elevated. It made my day. So there was no missing the workout. So that's an example of habits. Stack all as many positive things on top of your habits. Now, getting this, you have challenges, you have journaling. Journaling is probably the most powerful thing you can do because you're getting it out of your head on paper or in digital form. I would speak it. Right now, I use both journals, Growth Day, and I use the journal app on the iPhone. And both of them are really good. I'd say the iPhone's better because you can put pictures in there. It presents it better. You can put audio in there. You can search it. I do about 4, 5, 6 journal entries a day. I found out about this. I think it was in September, and my friend Lucas Moda, who's 24, so he's doing things. And you guys that are a little younger than me, you guys find out things. So I'm explaining Growth Day to him, and I show him the journaling feature. He says, I do this on the iPhone. And he showed me. I went, dang, I've seen this, but I never knew how it worked. Well, that was the first day of now, I think, 80 days in a row. Plus, I have 80,000 words that I put in there. So I speak what I learned from the previous day, what lessons, anything of substance, because if life is worth living, it's worth recording. If life is worth living, it's worth recording. How do you remember things if you don't record them? That was a gentleman, I don't even remember his name, and he was talking about public speaking. Every time you speak in public, record it. You may not use it then, but it can be later. Because once it's over, you can't go back in time and say, I wish I want that recorded. It's done. History. So record everything you can. So I record everything I can. We do a live event at Grace Church. We record it. We stream it. And we have our people in our community come to do 5-minute talks. 3 tips, 5 minutes. So, growth day, the best investment you could ever make in your life. Period. Ever. There's nothing more economical than you. You invest in yourself, your outcomes will absolutely shock you because it compounds. You keep getting better and better. He keeps giving you the frameworks that he has spent 20 plus years working with people. So he's giving you the best of the best every single day. You have 8 instructors each month that teach a topic. He comes on once a month, does something like this, the New Year's. He has AI in there. He has a set your goals, has a challenges. The learning library, which is 100 times better than Netflix, because you'll end up growing. When you consume information like TV and Netflix, you're consuming, not creating. You want to create your future. And by creating your future, you guarantee your future. If you just consume, whether it's social media or TV, you're consuming the past. When Steve Jobs came back to Apple, he was at Pixar, you know what I mean? And he came back and he walked through and there was an Apple museum. This was back, I don't know, I think 99, something like that. And he said, get rid of this. We are not living in the past. We're innovators. We live in the future. Now, that moment, Apple was about to go bankrupt. Oops, I got a coaching call in just a few minutes. Siri, off. So let me get back to. So anyway, so he activates this mindset. We're going to innovate. We're going to create. We're going to create an ecosystem. And he did. Now, the average employee at Apple does $2 million in revenue, the highest in the world. What does that translate into value? They're the most valued company in the United States. I don't know how many trillion, but there's a lot. So does it work? Yes. They created an ecosystem, they innovated, and now the rest is history. So with you create, you work on yourself, you develop every single day, you set those goals, you establish good habits. The future is unlimited and bright for you. Thank you so much. If this is something that you think is valuable and that you want to share it with somebody you care about. Because the new year is here and boy, we're off to the races. We got so many good things going on. AI's kicking in, Bitcoin's kicking in, digital footprints kicking in, the creators economy's kicking in, growth days kicking in, you name it. If you go, I know what I wanted to give you. Masterclass. I want to give you a gift today. Yes, go to pkane.me/masterclass. That's our ecosystem. So if it worked for Apple, it might work for you. Come in, there's 10 steps, free. You don't even have to give me your name, your email. Just go take it. Thank you so much. Be bold, make an impact,